That's right, it's time for the second issue of the PC Engine's CD-ROM-based magazine, Ultrabox. And they're running on a pretty good schedule. This issue comes just a hair over 3 months after the first. They're only going to be able to maintain this quarterly schedule for one more issue, though. This kind of magazine, where it was released on digital media rather than paper, wasn't exactly uncommon at the time. The Famicom Disk System had a very short-lived one, but usually these were computer magazines released on floppy disk. They also generally didn't carry the very high price tag that issues of Ultrabox did. So what do you get in this issue of Ultrabox? Well, there are 11 stops on the main menu dial. The two that are the least interesting are the first and the last ones. Help takes you to a short video that tells you how to use Ultrabox, and then explains how you use the buttons on the controller. And End just rolls credits for the issue, with each feature getting their own little spot. Going through the rest of them in order, it starts with Cousteau. This is an ongoing serialized story that will appear throughout Ultrabox. Episodes run about 20 minutes long, and there are some very light interactive elements. In this first episode, an archaeologist and his assistant find a crashed spaceship, and the spaceship breaks free after his rival blows up the site. There aren't any options for you to choose until 18 minutes in, and then you're going through a very simple maze. I actually think this one would probably have been better if they didn't have the interactive elements at all. We'll keep following the story of Cousteau as we go. The next segment is the worst thing on this disc. It's titled Joshikoko Seifuku Zukan, or A Guide to Girls' School Uniforms. You can select one of the women in this group and get details about her school uniform. It'll identify the school for you, and you can look at the variations that are used throughout the year. Moving on from that, there's Kamen Victor 2, a sequel to a game that was on the first disc for Ultrabox. It's a vague parody of Kamen Rider, mainly borrowing a bit of the look in the motorcycle. Her goal is to drive the course and reach the end of the stage within the time limit, and if you collect 3 hearts, then you will transform into Kamen Victor. Running into any of the little not shocker guys will take away a heart, and you can collect up to 9 hearts. You can drive freely in any direction, it's not just going straight. And the stage layouts are mazes. Not complicated mazes, but mazes, and there is no extra time. So you need to transform into Kamen Victor early, because you have a much higher top speed that way, and then not take any of the dead ends or longer routes. Going off-road will drop your speed to nothing as well, and it won't take a lot of mistakes before it's game over. Kamen Victor 2 is a competently made minigame, better than the stuff we saw in Ultrabox Issue 1. I don't think it'd hold anyone's attention particularly long. Next up is a game of Daruma Otoshi, but not really. Daruma Otoshi is a children's game where your goal is to use the hammer to knock discs out from below a figure. Well, here the hammering is done automatically for you and it's always successful. The trick is there's 6 Daruma, and you have to be the one to knock out the last disc. You can choose any one of the Daruma and knock out however many discs you like from that stack. Then your opponent does the same, and it goes back and forth until someone has to do the last one. This is a variation on a classic math puzzle. You might be familiar with it under the title NIM. There's a solution that will let you always win the game, but I'll leave that to you to discover. John John Box is the reoccurring reader submission section, and once again there's letters, photos, and fan art. They did add numbers this time to tell you how many are in each section. I know people are always interested in what fans were drawing at the time, so I've attached the fan art section to the end of this video. The next section is Jitsuyo Date Koza, or Practical Dating Advice. And here we find the PC Engine's first dating sim. Okay, the simulation elements aren't much, but there are 3 different women that you could romance, and a love meter that fills up as you choose appropriate responses in their conversations, and plan out good dates. The dates all occur at real-world locations in Yokohama. That's what makes it practical. You can scout out the location, and then take your real-world girlfriend there. I checked, and the Italian restaurant I chose for my date is still there. Next up is another reoccurring segment, Rasha Kimura no Hoshi ni Negai wo, or Rasha Kimura's When You Wish Upon a Star. It's the astrology corner, but the horoscopes are provided by professional wrestler Rasha Kimura. And this month there's a small little minigame attached where you pick out an American pro wrestler and then engage in a brief sumo match against Kimura. The credits for this segment have an astrologer, so they went out and paid someone to actually write this besides Kimura himself. Next up is yet another reoccurring segment, Anata mo Kyoto-kun, or You Too Kyoto. This is the minigame where you mash button 1 as hard as you can to build up a meter, and then when you're ready, you press button 2 when it's lined up with the pink section and see the results. No full frontal nudity this month in it. Instead, it's themed around trying to use your psychic abilities to teleport into a women's bath. And while I won't spoil the best result, as far as I can tell, you never do see inside it. Finally, we have the continually updated PC Engine software catalog. It has information on all of the games released for the PC Engine up to that point, along with short reviews of them. There's also some previews of upcoming games, including East 3, which wound up being severely delayed and won't get released on the PC Engine until March of 1991. As far as I can tell, there's not a lot of affection or nostalgia for Ultrabox in Japan. Not many people even gave them any thought after 1990. My own feelings are that this issue is a small improvement. The mini-games included aren't nearly as painful or shrill, but Ultrabox issue 2 is more historical curiosity than something that you'd actually want to go back and check out. It's neat that it existed, but it's hard to imagine people going back to this one.